Hi. Hello.
My question is, what to do with all this bliss?
Ah,
Because sometimes I'm holding back,
yes,
you
yes.
know, because it's a little fear. It's my mind. It's um,
There's a fear that it could be from your mind, you mean?
yeah. The fear is from my mind,
Okay, the fear is from the mind, yes.
and sometimes I feel it's too big to contain. So I'm holding back a little. My mind is like, "Ooh, what will other people think?" And
Yes.
sometimes I feel so. I can feel the happiness in myself. I want to
Yeah.
run around naked and jump and like that. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
big. I cannot do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't advise to do that just about anywhere, but a little bit of that here is okay. We are used to. We are used to. There has to be a place. There should be a place in every country where you can freak out a little bit in a good way, in a positive. We know freak out. People freak out with alcohol and drugs. I'm talking about with a natural high. And when they see one, the people would come and they want to sit near you and they want to touch your feet and to say, please, please put your hand on my head even. You see? Not, oh, wow, he's a bit strange. Like that. We should, there is a way, if we could fantasize a little bit, we would think like that. There must be some space where human beings, we can know that we are such a blessed species that the human being can awaken to themselves and exude such joy. Without any story, there's no story. Just undiluted joy. And the rest of humanity would just be so happy that, another of our species is completely, cracked open. My God, thank you, thank you, thank you. It opens a way for the rest of us, dear sons. You see? That look, another one has gone. Oh, yeah. And aspiration just blossoms in the heart of people that, yes, a space is offered for that. But others, they couldn't wait. They said, well, we don't mind if they don't accept us. They just burst open anyway.
Uh, I have the judgment in myself as
The
well.
judgment, yes.
Yeah. Like, come on, get normal.
Yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes.
Ease it down. And then another question pops up.
Yeah.
Like, what to do with the personnel?
With the person,
With the personnel,
the personal.
yeah, the personal side of me.
I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I think you should give your bliss side a little space. And,
Yeah.
even here, even now also, I don't
Yeah.
mind. Isn't it? Yeah, because we've seen
Yeah.
enough misery, With people walking around.
Yeah.
So if someone is erupting in joy, I mean, like, we don't see enough. I think we're being cheated a little bit. Why? We see enough trouble, but enough bliss we haven't seen. And those who are blissed have to hide and suppress their bliss because, it's just too embarrassing for the rest of us that anybody should be so happy. There's also quiet bliss also. But there's a time when something erupts, It just erupts. But do you really feel to take off your clothes and this? Because
Not at the moment.
Right, no. But I have felt
Yeah,
that.
back there I had a moment.
Yes. It's good if you have your own room. Because you can take off your clothes and you can shake and do okay. You can do something.
I will find out a practical way to do that.
No, I would not actually. it is totally fine. It is totally beautiful. Because if you try and now suppress this, you see, then you create some strain, some tension in yourself. You see. But then there is the cultured and the conditioned side of our nature, which is what you call the mind. It's saying, look, you know, don't, you know, what they will think and so on. And we give a little space to that as well too. You know, it's kind of sensible to say, okay, you know, but you cannot just spend yourself suffocating your joy. That itself sounds very unhealthy. You see, even people they suppress their anger. It's still also not healthy. Suppressing your joy also is not healthy. But with the people who have a lot of anger, then it's good if you find someone who can help you to sort of like to release it in a good way or something. But how can you release your joy in a bad way? I don't know. Just social norms maybe would get in the way. People just know why, you know, why you have to take off your clothes. I don't know. Something wants to. What are you thinking now?
Oh, a lot. Well, it's kind of metaphorical also, and but what I'm thinking right now is sometimes it can also feel so lonely, like you are like you feel a bit like stranger in the world, and that puts me back into the personal.
Yes,
side
need
of
not
me.
do that. It need not do that, because also myself living in my town, you do feel. I didn't remember so much feeling alone. Alone a little bit before that. Aloneness was when I had no money and this type of thing, and you know, like this. That state was there before. When I stopped teaching, and I was not someone for saving money, and so on. I had no money, and you know, then there's a feeling of being alone there for a while. But the joy did not permit me to feel alone. The joy did not feel alone. Just there was no such thoughts about alone or with people or something. It was just so complete. Nothing lacking, you see. So I didn't feel like I needed the people, and just it was so complete. And I would also go about in my town, walk about in my town. Some interactions, some energetic interactions were happening, you know, involuntarily and without any, as I said, no intention. And you do pick this up. You do. It's like something you have a sort of like a radar, some sensor that just you're aware of what's happening even behind you and so on. But not anything bad. It was just somehow always to do with this energy field. People would come up and just want to touch your body, but I'm sure they themselves may not be so conscious of what, you know, it was just something, a movement was happening like that, playful. But at the same time, you are being somehow matured and refined at such a fast rate internally that there's no space for boredom, you know. You're like someone, sometimes I saw one movie where someone was kind of sort of programmed, you know, to learn another language or something. Just go into something and it like I thought, wow, yes. Why should it? Maybe one time it would be possible to do that. I don't know. But here it happened that somehow you are growing and refining your consciousness, is getting refined at such a high speed. Also, insights are just insights more than, you know, informational knowledge. Informational knowledge is not so attractive to a spiritually, you know, heart. It's more insights. One insight is detonates internally, and it just bursts. Hundreds and hundreds of delusions get burnt like that. And so this type of thing will happen more. And there's not really so much. There's a time when you don't need to be around people also. Something doesn't want. Maybe a part of the mind feels, oh, I miss my friends, I like to go and see. But also they're not in the mood for you either. You embarrass them or something. You see? And not even by saying anything strange, just your presence alone, they feel uncomfortable. Because they cannot pinpoint they cannot predict you. You see? And then you're looking at them. So like this, you do feel naturally comfortable to be on your own quite often. And to sit. And sometimes you may find yourself sitting for hours, looking at a piece of tree or something. And this feels totally natural and comfortable and healthy and deliciously peaceful. A deepening peace, that seems to spread like yeast through your body. You see? And then a shower of bliss is there. So much bliss you cannot walk straight. You walk like you're drunk. You want to walk, you don't walk on the main roads, you walk on the back roads, because you don't want people to see you like that. They say, have you seen Tony Muyang recently? Stoned completely. So it's not stoned like that, okay? So it is quite, something is taken care in any state. Doesn't matter what is your orientation before. It is taken care of you in a way that is not necessarily fitting to social norms. And you have to keep saying yes to it. You don't have to, but you know it's the right thing, that you are surrendering only to something that you are so fortunate. You feel so grateful. You think you are the most fortunate being in the whole world. You are the most fortunate being in the whole world. That's how you feel, my God. What have I done for this joy to be here? What have I done for this peace? You see? You see? And then somehow quietly, that I, me is just thinning away. Like smoke in the wind. It's going. And what is left behind, you cannot say. But it is here. It is here. And to be in a space like this where nothing is strange. Nothing is so strange for us. You see. You have to be a little bit crazy to be free anyway. You have to have a little bit of madness. If you're too tight, too predictable, and then you have to suffer a little bit more. Get banged up a little bit, soften up from the inside. This is the madness that the world can do with. A madness saneness. Because there's a madness that comes from thinking too much. That's a different kind of madness. But this is a madness which has no mind. We don't have to call it madness. I don't know what you would call it. Throw away your mind. Throw it away. When you throw it away, it still works somehow. You throw everything away and it's still there. And somehow it works all much better. Because when you say throw it away, actually what gets thrown away is you. The wrong you. The false you. The false self. Your true self you cannot throw away. Only the distortions, you see, of perception, that will somehow get thrown out. Happy to see you. Very good. Very good. One time that we, in my town, no, I had a feeling that we should have a place that people could go. I'd call it the scream room, you know, because people are so uptight, you know, and they can't express, you know. They want to fight everybody. So you have a scream room, soundproof, and you just go and just scream your pants off, basically. And then come back out and go to work or whatever it is like this. Huh? And then on the other side, you could have the joy room also. So those people who are too happy for society, okay, they could just go and just be happy. And then they will also come out and go off to be normal again. Who didn't think of these things? Somebody who have some innovative, some entrepreneur must think of these things, isn't it? Yes. Maybe we'll work on it somehow. In Alante, just why we came here, to have all this space. You know. I don't think the eucalyptus trees will complain too much.